Joining me now to talk more about what we can expect from this report, NewsNation legal contributor Jesse Weber. He's also the anchor at the Law and Crime Network. I think it's important to start for people as we await this report to drop, Jesse, is a special grand jury and a grand jury. Can you define the role of each and how they're different?
Absolutely. Good morning, Marni. So this special grand jury, it's a little bit unique to Georgia. What they were tasked with is not bringing charges against any of the people. They were more of an investigative arm for the prosecutor's office. So one of the reasons that Fani Willis went with a special grand jury is she felt it was going to be hard to compel the testimony of key witnesses otherwise. So this grand jury were seated for a long time. They heard a lot of different witnesses. They were presented with a number of different exhibits. And in the end, they prepared a report that recommended to the prosecutors about whether charges should be filed. The prosecutor then takes that report, looks it over, and then decides what they're going to present to a grand jury that will then move forward with actual indictments against defendants. And that is what we saw only a short time ago. So it's a different function, but an important step in the process in Georgia.
And to be clear, many of the co-defendants, not including Donald Trump, testified in front of the special grand jury. So some of the details of what they shared during those 7 months will likely be revealed.
Right. So let's just take a step back. Does the sting of this, is it taken out a little bit because we know that 19 people have been indicted? Absolutely. But it doesn't take away from the significance of this report. And why do I say that? I say that because it's going to be very interesting to see if they recommended charges against any of those unindicted co-conspirators that's in the grand jury indictment. And then you ask, well, why didn't prosecutors move forward with charges against those people? Did they recommend other charges against Donald Trump that he wasn't charged with? Now, again, a prosecutor is not obligated to charge any of these defendants based on the grand jury's recommendations. They are recommendations. But if you see that difference, it is going to be interesting to see and is going to give us a little bit more of the behind the scenes context. And let's not forget, the grand jury foreperson said on air multiple times that they recommended perjury charges. They believe people lied under oath. So we may get a sense of that as well.
Right. So those details we'll be looking for. But the other thing that may be a little confusing, at least it is to me, is that they already revealed from the report no widespread fraud in the 2020 election. So how do you reconcile that with the indictments that came down?
It is going to be interesting to see that. What they have basically said, though, and I think we have to be clear about it, is they said there was no fraud, meaning there was no election fraud. So that goes right in with the prosecution's argument that Donald Trump and his co-conspirators weren't really looking for instances of election fraud, that they were doing whatever they needed to make sure he stayed in power. That's the prosecution's argument. And it seems, based on the grand jury's whatever was revealed a few months ago, that they believe that there was no widespread election fraud. And I'm not surprised by that. We knew that before. There were over 60 cases that determined there was no election fraud, but that just reiterated it once more.
All right, Jesse. Well, once the report drops, I know you'll get a little bit of time to go through it, sift through the details of it. We'll bring you back on and we'll all learn together what exactly it reveals. Jesse Weber, thank you. We'll see you a bit shortly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.